As always, let's go to Colossians 3 and 17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai. Give thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior, giving all praise and glory to the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because he's worthy to be praised for everything. So let's go to the book of Exodus, 12th chapter. We're going to read from verse 1 down. And the Most High spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak ye unto all the congregation of the Israelites of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of his fathers, a lamb for an house. See, we're already telling you, it's already started with the house. A lamb for the house, you see? A lamb for the house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, you don't have enough people in your home, men, women, and children, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls, number of people that they have in their home. Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. So you have sheep, you have lamb, or you can have goats. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. From the 10th to the 14th day, 4 days, you keeping it. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. Kill the lamb in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. Read it again. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the side posts, the two side posts, and on the upper door posts, on the side, and on the top, and on the other side. Houses wherein they shall eat it. Excuse me. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, so that means you got to roast it on fire. Eat not of it raw, so it can't be no blood coming from it, nor sodden at all with water. You can't boil it. You can't drench it with water and try and, deal with boiling it first or whatever. But roast with fire. His head, with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. You just roasted the whole thing. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning. You let nothing remain until the morning. But you're in your house. and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. So whatever's left, you burn with fire, he said. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. You shall eat it. Haste. Eat it in haste, in a hurry. It is the Most High's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast. Everything that was born, that was the firstborn. A man had a child, was the firstborn, he's going to kill it. Firstborn animal born, dying. And against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Most High, period. So he's going to execute judgment, period. I am the Most High, he's saying. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. Hear that? The blood gonna be a token upon the houses where you are. You in your house. Each one of us in our house. With the blood going across on the side and over the doorpost and on the other side. And the blood should be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Egypt. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it a feast to the Most High throughout all your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast for an ordinance forever. You know? Where? In our houses. This Passover, you can't combine the 14th and the 15th day. We in the 14th day right here. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. Still dealing with the houses. Put away all the leaven out of your house. But whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day, even first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No matter of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat. That only may be done of you. And ye shall observe the feast of unleavened bread. For in this selfsame day have I brought you your armies out of the land of Egypt. He tells us we're supposed to honor the 15th day, which is the feast of unleavened bread. The 14th day, we're in our houses. He just said, don't come out till the morning. We came out, was able to, get all the things, as it says, borrowing from the Egyptians. And that night, on the 15th, start of 15th day is when we left. It says, let's read verse 15 again. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation. And in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you. No matter of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat. That only may be done of you, whatever you have to eat. You shall observe the feast of You must observe the feast of unleavened bread, for in this self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt. Therefore shall ye observe this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. That's the 15th day. So you can't combine the 14th day with the 15th day, because he said observe this day, which is the next day after Passover. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month at even, ye shall eat unleavened bread until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no leaven found in your houses. For whosoever eateth that which is leavened, even that soul, shall be cut off from the congregation of Israel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. No matter what, you couldn't eat no leaven. Be found eating leaven, you'll be cut off. That's why it's important. Get all the leaven out of your house before the Passover, within a couple of days. Ye shall eat nothing leavened. In all your habitations shall ye eat unleavened bread. Then Moses called for all the elders of Israel and said unto them, draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Passover. Just as the Most High told, according to your families. And ye shall take a bunch of hyssop, and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in the basin. And none of you shall go out at the door of his house until the morning. See that? But the Most High will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the 2 side posts, the Most High will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. Right? So I got to deal with that, because that's a mystery. Hold that. Go to 1 Corinthians. Because the Most High is everything. He is everywhere, everything. He does everything. But he always has the angels that work for him. Like, Uriel came to Ezra. Raphael came to Tobit. You see, Gabriel came to Joseph and Mary, and Zacharias and Elizabeth, so forth and so on. But look at 1 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. We're looking at, he said, because see, the Most High is the one that's over everything. And he's saying he's not going to suffer the destroyer to destroy you. So who's this destroyer? Let's look at 1 Corinthians 10 and 1. This is a mystery, but it's going to be uncovered right now. Moreover, brethren, I would not that you should be ignorant, not knowing how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did all eat the same spiritual meat. Listen. And did all drink the same spiritual drink. The same spiritual drink. You hear this? The same spiritual drink. For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was a Mashiach. But he's an angel. He's a spirit of the Most High. Angel of the Most High. You see that rock that followed it was a Mashiach. With many of them, the Most High was not well pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. Now these things were done for us, were our examples, to the intent we should not lust after evil things as they also lusted. building that calf and say, this is who brought us out of the land of Egypt. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them, building that calf, as it is written. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play, saying that this calf is the one that brought us out of Egypt. Neither let us commit a fornication, as some of them committed, and fell in one day. Excuse me. Fell in one day, 320,000. So 23,000 people fell in one day. Neither let us tempt Mashiach. We in the time of us being an Egyptian. Egypt captivity. As some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents, right? Listen at this closely. But we here to see who the destroyer is. And most I said, as he said in Exodus 12 and 23, for the Most High will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Most High will pass over the door and will not suffer the destroyer. You hear that? The destroyer to come in unto your houses, to smite you, to kill you. So who is this destroyer? 1 Corinthians 10 and 10. Neither murmur ye, as some of these also murmured, and were destroyed of the destroyer. See? Who we've been talking about all this time? Mashiach. That spiritual rock that followed us was Mashiach. But he's an angel. He's an angel of the Most High. He's the spirit of the Most High. See? Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they were written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come. And that's for us. It was written for us. So, once again, Exodus 12 and 23. For the Most High will pass through to smite the Egyptians. It says Alahayim, the Most High and the Mashiach Kavashai in the Hebrew. In Alahayim, the Most High and the Mashiach Kavashai will pass through to smite the Egyptians. And when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and on the two side posts, the Most High, listen, will pass over the door and will not suffer his angel, the destroyer, Hamashiach, and we just clearly was edified in knowing as a destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you, to kill you. And ye shall observe this thing for an ordinance to thee and thy sons forever. See. And it shall come to pass, when you shall come to the land which the Most High will give you, according as he hath promised, that ye shall keep this service. Keep this service. The Passover. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? What do you mean by this service? What does this mean? And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, what mean ye by this service? That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Most High's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt. We were in our houses. Once again, they can't say it. I don't know what part you don't understand. Hopefully you do understand. That ye shall say, it is the sacrifice of the Most High's Passover, who passed over the houses of the children of Israel in Egypt, when he smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. Smote the Egyptians and delivered our houses. We was in a house. Passover was supposed to be done in your house. We were in our house, deliver our houses. And the people bowed their head and worship. And the children of Israel went away and did as the Most High had commanded Moses and Aaron, so did they. They left from around them and went and did exactly what the Most High told us to do. So now here we are in these last days in our own Egypt, as he told us what? Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Most High shall bring in Egypt again, which is defined in Exodus 20:2. I am the Most High thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt means captivity, slavery, and bondage. So it says, Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt, which means captivity, slavery, and bondage again another time. How? With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen, slave women. And no man shall buy you, no man shall save you from the condition that the Most High put us in for breaking his laws, statutes, and commandments. So going to Revelations, pertaining to us now, 11:8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Mosiah Mashiach was crucified. Because here, they got Bibles that show the Most High as a so-called white man. Then they show Mashiach as a so-called white man. The Israelites, he's crucified right here. So this is spiritual Sodom. Sodom, what happened to Sodom? He had men with men and women with women. And all kind of wickedness besides that. Just wickedness going on. Period. Proverbs 21:16. Proverbs 21:16. The man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So those that don't want to get this understanding will remain in the congregation of the dead. A dead state of mind is talking about. Not people that die because they have no understanding anyway. Look at Luke, the 4th chapter. And so we have solutions. It's just a matter of how we apply these solutions in our life. Luke, the 4th chapter, verse 5. And the devil, taking a Mashiach, who was to him, up into a high mountain, and showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. Showed him every kingdom, including the kingdoms that we see now, in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me. And to whomsoever I will, I give it. The condition is this: if thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. All shall be thine. And the Mashiach answered and said unto him, get thee behind me, Satan, for it is written. Where is it written? Thou shalt worship the Most High, thy power, your power, and him only shalt thou serve. So it's written in the law. He went to the law every single time that Satan tempted him. You gotta understand this and understand this. So Satan said he had the power to give these kingdoms to whoever they who he want to. But the condition was you got to bow down and worship him. That's what he said. Look at Deuteronomy 10 and 20. Just to prove the fact that Mashiach Shai, who only had the law and the prophets, he didn't have any New Testament to go by. He had the writings of Paul or Peter or James, any of those writings. He only had the law and the prophets when he walked the earth in the flesh. This is where he went to. He said, as it is written, right? This is where it's written. Deuteronomy 10 and 20. For one place. Thou shalt fear the Most High, thy power, your power. Him shalt thou serve, and to him shalt thou cleave, and swear by his name. See? So that's what he's quoting from. Now, look at Job 9:24. Since he said, all you got to do is bow down to him, and all should be thine. The book of Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked cover the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So the earth been given to the wicked, and the people in the church say, oh, see, that's the devil. See, the devil say he been giving it. But he said, he showed him all the kingdoms of the world and said, all should be thine if you do what? Bow down and worship me. You see? All to be done if you bow down and worship me. So, you're not worshiping the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When the earth been given to the hand of the wicked, and he covered up the faces of the judges thereof, Mashiach Shai is coming to judge and make war, Revelation 19:11. Most High is the ultimate judge. But he gave all the judgment to a Mashiach Shai. It's like the CEO. And the Mashiach Shai, Most High is the CEO, and Mashiach Shai is the president. You understand? But what is he doing? He's doing the same thing that the CEO would have him to do. Excuse me. He's saying the same thing that the CEO would have him to do. It's what you're looking at. So, 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter. Just a moment. We're going to look at verse 3 and 4.